Today, the speech Olivia would like to introduce to us is What People Don't Tell You. Olivia is going to tell us how people should treat each other with respect. The topic is What People Don't Tell You. Welcome, Olivia.
Alright, let me give you a scenario. You step into a 7-Eleven and you see a whole bunch of these people. What is your first thought in mind? Babysitter, caregiver, or what else? Now I want you to close your eyes. Close your eyes. Have you ever looked at them in a bad way? Raise your hands if you have. It's okay, nobody is watching you. Alright, now you can open your eyes. At the age of 20, I decided to do one thing, which I call it life experiment. Without a return ticket this time, I packed my bag and flew to the United States. To support my living, I started working at a restaurant. On the first day of work, my boss required me to read a whole menu. Asparagus, scallop, zucchini beef. When I was halfway through, he shook his head and said, "Your people don't learn English at school, huh? With your English like this, I don't think you even graduate from elementary school yet." You know what? Each person in Hong Kong spoke English. I rushed into the restroom and tried so hard to hold my breath so I wouldn't cry out. And that is where my journey began. I would be asked, "Are you speaking English, young lady?" while I was serving tables. I would stand there and let a colleague complain to my manager about how lazy I am. It was simply because I didn't know how to defend myself with my broken English. I needed to carry a big round table from the basement to the second floor so my colleague could sit there and rest. Why? Is it because he's American but I'm not? I don't know. We all heard of racism before, but have you ever experienced it yourself? Despite all the challenges I faced, I didn't miss a day of telling myself, I can do it. I never told my parents what happened. Every time they call me, "How is everything going, babe?" I answer, "It's just as great as I imagined. No worries." The fact is, I never took any money to send me. After I paid anything I needed, I could only have one meal a day. I was 39 kilograms at the time. But I never regret. People say the best revenge to haters is to succeed. Since the day one of this journey, I already made up my mind. I will turn things around. And thankfully, things started getting better. After I spent every night studying, I eventually passed the college exam. I was qualified enough to go to their school. I remember on the last day of my work, my boss came to me and told all the customers that he had something to announce. He patted me on the shoulder and said, "This girl reminded me of my younger self. I was just like her, came all the way from Hong Kong to here alone. I've been so harsh on her because I knew right from the beginning she would make it. This is how America trains people. You take a tough job, you grow, kiddo." Everyone was clapping there. I came to realize one thing. Sometimes It's not because you're not smart enough, not cute enough. Apparently, you just don't look like them. And you don't talk like them either. When you have no control over it, you prove them you can do the same thing lazy. It might not always be easy, but it will always be worth it. However, I believe everyone I met has something to show me. A boss brought the best of me, and of course, some other people. Without them, I would never believe how influential we could be. A careless comment can have a huge impact on people you don't know. Do you still remember the picture I showed you in the beginning? They are here for a reason. Some people are moms. They work their butt off so they can send money back home and their children wouldn't be starving. And hope life could one day get better. Some people are just like me who have a dream to fulfill. They do nothing wrong but try everything to fit in, to survive. And when people label them as the other, it develops them. All of a sudden, they become unworthy of our time or even attention. And that hurts so much. Don't you get it? They are not that different from us, like I am not that different from the people in these states. People are people. And perhaps my story sharing will change your perspective toward them. We all deserve to be treated with respect.